Random.
Yeah, I say he being so modest. He's so modest. Okay, that's what's up. Random. What was your the first girl you ever got with? What was that situation like? Dev.
You got me too. Oh.
Yo, that was a good one, nigga. I swear, I'm like, damn, you trying to go in on you right now.
Damn.
Shit. All right, bro. That was a good one, bro. That's why Jay is my co-host, man. That's why, bro. The
Man.
energy, bro. It's a
Caught
vibe.
everybody off guard.
Hey, what it do, man? It be that, man. 3D Dev, how y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And we're tuning in to another random conversation. And shout out to my host, Jay.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another random conversation. Hope you ready.
Hey, so today my special guest is somebody I know from a quite long time. I can't lie, but this man is something different. He's a poet, man. He's an intellectual, man. He's young. He's a man. I can't lie. He's my little bro, but he's a handsome man. He'll take it. He might take your mama. He might take your mama. He might take a meal from you. You gotta watch out. But nah, he's smooth, man. He's my little brother. I love him. Thank you for coming to my show, man. Hey, bro, let them know who you is, man. What's up, bro?
Look. So my name is Miles Drew, to be exact. I go to Morehouse College. I just finished my first semester, so we put that in the air. Yes, I am a poet.
Real shit though. Round of applause for that though.
Yep. Yes, I am a poet. I'm still beginning. I'm still trying to master my craft and hone it in, and I'm still learning. But it's me. I am a poet. So, yep.
Okay. Random. What's up? What got you into poetry?
Oh wow, what got me into poetry? It was probably my mom's or just my love of music, and so just my mom's was like she was my inspiration for me to start poetry, So it just it brought me into it, and my love for music, just for how people flip word plays and how they just have their own rhythm and flow, how everything just go together in a song. I feel like a poem is just the beginning of that. It's the beginning to what creates music and what I really love. Yeah.
So, how old were you when you made your first poem?
When I made my first poem, I think I was about 16. Yeah, 16, 17.
Do you remember it still?
Recent. Nah, it was kind of long. Yeah.
Random. You ever knocked a girl with a poem?
Nah.
Have you ever tried?
Nope. I'm thinking about it now, though.
Okay. I don't know, folks. Y'all tune in. Y'all let us know what you think if that's what might be the move.
Man, it might.
Hey, that might be the move. Hey, we're gonna switch it up now. Hey, all right, bro. So I know you said you were going to Morehouse, right? So you just graduated. So, bro, I want you to talk to people about how they feel being somebody who graduated during these times in 2020 and your school year is just straight up canceled, and then you're supposed to be going to college and you're not even at your college right now. You're over there you're still in Modesto in your room. How does it feel? I don't know. Talk about your experience, because a lot of us don't know how it feels, because I didn't feel that shit. Yeah. I ain't never been through no shit that you're going through. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know how y'all feel right now.
Yep. Okay. So basically, to me, it hurt, but the outcome, the perspective I had, it wasn't really too bad. It was like, okay, the universe did this for a reason, so it's time for me to step back and look at my surroundings. It may hurt. I didn't get a lot of the senior experiences other people got, but apparently it happened for a reason. And throughout the whole experience, it just helped me find myself better and helped me mature in just basically a more faster way, So I felt like even if I did go to Morehouse, even if I was able to attend on campus, I would have matured. I would have had a different perspective on life. But since we're not, and it was online, I felt like it gave me, it gave me a certain set of responsibilities for me to handle my education on my own. So yeah, it helped me focus on my education.
Dude. Yo, that's hey, I ain't gonna lie, you surprised me the way you answered that.
Hey, for sure he did. How old are you, my brother?
I'm 19.
19.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen, some of us is
Sir.
39 and might not be able to take a step back when things don't go the right way. So I just want to go ahead and touch on that real quick. Hope that's cool with you, my brother. Okay, cool. So random fact, things change all the time, right? And it's not the thing I like to tell people, it's not about that you got knocked down, it's how you get up. Right? And the only time you lose is when you quit. You feel me? So if you never quit and you pivot in each situation, eventually you will get the win. You'll get there. So I'm hey man, hats off. You feel me? Because
Thank you.
a lot of people like to look at the negative and don't even realize they're doing it. Based on what you're saying, it sounded like you took a conscious step and was like, you know what, this is a situation. What's the best I can get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And you were intentional about that, and a lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's real talk. So you feel like your self discipline got way stronger?
Oh,
now?
definitely. Definitely. So,
That's great, dog.
yeah.
Random Dev, were you ever disciplined as a kid?
By like myself or my parents?
Parents.
Yeah, definitely. For surely.
Yo.
You feel me? There's a reason why this man is going to Morehouse, you know. Hey, I have a question though, bro. So what made you choose Morehouse?
Oh, wow. What made me choose Morehouse? I want to say it was the brotherhood, but really, it was really one of the only colleges I visited. It was the only college I visited. And once I stepped on campus, it was just this vibe where you knew like it's not the same, like it's everybody there. They just like you. They facing the same problems like you, but they're turning it into better. They're trying to become better, and they're becoming a man. They're becoming a man of Morehouse to be exact. So it's different. It's from going to a PWI. I couldn't see myself going to a PWI. It's just just the brotherhood, the bonding, everything. It was just different.
That's real.
Stood out.
That's dope, bro. I do love the unity too that I be seeing, like only from like the videos you showed me, and I see how hyped and passionate you are about it. And one thing I do have to say about my little brother is he manifested that law of attraction. He was saying he wanted to go to Morehouse. He was talking about that, putting that in the air, claiming that shit. And guess what? He manifested into his life. Words are powerful. It's real, huh? Let them know.
They is. Words is powerful.
So, my brother Dev, right? He gave me the verbiage that when you speak, you casting a spell on yourself, right? So I've got a younger brother also, right? My brother Zoe, you're gonna have to meet him.
Sure.
So ever since I met him, now he ain't my blood brother. Our parents remarried maybe like 5-6 years ago. You feel me? But to me, it's always my brother. Now he is back then he was shorter than his friends. Like now he in the army, like dude's hulked up, like I don't want no smoke for real, but you feel me? Hey, Zoe, I don't want it. It's good. You feel me? But when I met him, I'm tall. He was short, but I always called him my big brother. You feel me? And it came from another friend of mine I have, and the dynamics that he's the younger brother and his big brother is the older brother, and he always reminds him that he's the big brother. You feel me? And it's always this umph there. And I know it comes from being siblings, and most of the time it's lighthearted. But with it, I felt like what it subconsciously did is that him as being the little brother always felt that he had to, you feel me, to get his respect. You feel me? Like it created an underlying competition. So what I did when I met my younger brother, I never called my little brother, I always called him my big brother, because I never wanted him to feel like he needed to compete to be bigger than me. You feel me?
Yeah.
I wanted him to know that no matter what happens, whether you get better than me, whatever it is, you're the big brother. Now, when shit popped off or when shit happened, whoever's more adequate to deal with it is going to deal with it. You feel me? But when it comes to just everyday shit, oh, that's my big brother. People look at us like, because you can tell I'm older, you feel me? You can tell I'm taller, so it's like I look like the bigger brother. I tell him he's my big brother just because you said, like you said, words are spells. So I cast it on him, right? Now, fast forward a couple years from now. I don't know if he ever knew I did that on purpose or not. But now I can say he went to the Army right out of high school. He was like a marksman in his basic training, you feel me? Like smoked his competition and anything they do, he's one of the top. And on top of that, he functions with the older sergeants and things like that. You feel me? So he's already bigger than where he was mentally, and I think that's mostly from him and him being like a sponge. But then I also had the opportunity to take him with me and around my circles, which kind of grew him up a little bit too. But just the thing I wanted to point out is I always called him my big brother. And it's like when people think it's funny, I'll call him my big brother or my younger brother. I don't like the term little, you feel me? I don't want him to call me my big brother either. You feel me? Because I'm not bigger than nobody. And I know you don't feel like that. I know he don't feel like that. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of people out there, I don't know, they never even looked at it like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's why I want to take this opportunity just to do that. Because if you got siblings, I'm telling you, I tried this in my real life. And I know that some of you guys who are the younger sibling, you know that your bigger brother or bigger sister will never let you forget that you the little sister or you the little brother. You feel me? And I see? And that's cool. That's cool if you want to build it that way. But it's different if you build it like that way and you're not aware of the long-term effects that has, you feel me? Now, if you do it, it's like, yeah, it's my little brother, you feel me? He gonna know, and he gonna grow out of that shit, and that's why. That's an intentional decision. It's cool. But if you're like, nah, I really don't want that to be there, you feel me? Then just be aware of the words that you use. You don't always got to call him your little brother. Just call him your brother. You don't got to do like I did and call him your big brother. Just call him your brother. See, I called him my big brother, one, because I was hella taller than him, and he's shorter, and it's like, I already don't want you to deal with that bullshit. Not to say that you would have on your own, Zoe. Not to say that at all. But I'm like, I'm going to just add extra on top. You feel me? That's where that came from.
Like he was saying, like I was saying, I like the way that he broke that shit down, though, because that's some real shit. Words are powerful, you feel me? And so to touch on that before I switch it up, brother, Miles, so how do you feel being with little brother, the younger brother being the youngest? How do you feel being the youngest? Do you feel anything, or like, I don't know, just want to hear, I want to hear your perspective and your thoughts on it.
As to being the younger sibling?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's like it's cool. I feel like because I get to learn from y'all. You know, I feel like growing up, you as the older brother, you get to learn from dad.
That's real.
You know, but me, I get to learn from everybody. You know, all their mistakes. I know not to make them. I know which path to go down. I know which goes where. It's like y'all giving me the puzzle pieces. I'm just putting the puzzle together. You know, it's like I'm ahead of the game. If I'm sponging it all up. Like same things from the OGs. You know, I'm younger. When I'm little, I'm innocent. I can still be in the conversation. You know, I'm just soaking it all up. That's all it is to me.
Yeah, I peeped that. I peeped that about you too. We was in the car, cause I know I broke something else down. I'm like, man, this brother back here like a sponge. Okay, it's like I see it. That's what's up. But I give you your kudos. I give you your kudos too. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because like, you feel me? I recognize a lot, man. You feel me? But as a younger / little brother, do you feel like there's ever a difficulty getting your respect from your bigger / older siblings?
Oh, definitely. Like 100%.
Do you feel like that comes up just because you're the little brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now here, the reason why I brought that up is here's where I want to help maybe one person out there. What he said is typically facts. Most of the time it doesn't matter, right? Let's say it's talking about we're going to get some food. And me and Dev want tacos. He wants hamburgers. Like, nah, you the little brother. We getting tacos. Like, stuff like that. Suck it up. You the little brother. Like, that's not what this conversation is about. Now, let's say we're in business. And we say, you know what? We're going to serve tacos, right? And you're like, nah. Younger brother's like, nah, there's 4 taco stands within 20 miles from here. There's nowhere to get a gourmet burger. We should open up a hamburger spot. And then we as bigger brothers like, bruh, no, you're the little brother. You've always wanted hamburgers when we wanted tacos. I'm not listening to you. You feel me? And that's where the bigger, younger brother thing becomes a problem, because if it transitions over into areas where it's beneficial to be open-minded, you might miss some game from somebody who, one, got your best interest at heart because it's your true fam. Second, usually I know that as a younger sibling, I've got some people I look to as big brothers, you feel me? So as a younger sibling in that aspect, I want to do nothing but feel like I can give them something that was just as valuable as the stuff they gave me. So it's like, boom, I got the opportunity. I love you. Boom, I got the opportunity to give you some game for once. Like, I'm excited. I'm all in. You feel me? There's not a bad bone in me for this. You feel me? But as my older such and such, it just might get wiped off the table because I'm the younger such and such. You feel me? And that right there is the whole reason why I designed it, or I tried to design it or maneuver it in a way to where my big brother is my big brother. And now it's like we have such a copacetic relationship, which because we're step, could be the reason because of that. I'm not saying we're the best siblings because of me. I'm just saying I noticed something about human beings, and I did what I could to adjust the flavor, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Hold up. So random. So we were on the way out here driving from Modesto. I had the sack, right? And my little brother had his playlist playing. And one thing I got to say about my little brother, he has good taste in music. Like, he listens to shit that I listen to. But one thing I say, he still has balance, because I know he pays attention to people, so he knows I don't like some of the bullshit they play these days. So I know he likes some of the bullshit that they play, you feel me? But he has balance, you feel me? He likes some of that music, but he still, like, he has good taste in music. So I want to ask you, like, how do you feel about music these days? Because me personally, like, I love music these days, but I feel like a lot of shit be sounding the same. But I feel like a lot of your generation love that shit, and people 30 years old love it too, you feel me? So I just want to feel like, I want to see, how do you feel about music right now?
Okay. So I feel like it's just making it cycle. You know, I feel like it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back around to when the lyricists come out and, you know, the beats start being crazy. It's gonna come back around. But right now we're just like, it's just making a cycle. You know, like, because anybody, like, who I mess with the most is J. Cole. So, you know, I'm lyrical.
Exactly.
Or anything. I pay attention to the lyrics. And, you know, if it's not good lyrics, if it's not a good flow, I don't really mess with it. So I feel like it's all just gonna come back. You know how it's just up and downs all the way through. I feel like it's just one of its lows right now, but it's gonna peak back up.
That's real.
Always will.
That's real.
I feel like it's gonna come back.
Yo, I already knew this, but my bro is an old soul out here, you know? So, man, this is random. We're going to switch it up again, you know? Have a little fun right now, bro. Random, because you're very intellectual, like we said, smart, you know, got your head on your shoulders, and you're young. You're hella young still, bro. You're still developing. So it's like, what type of women do you feel like you're into? Because you're speaking this into the universe, you know? So have high standards, don't settle, because you create your reality. So what type of women are you into?
Okay. I'm in.
You like this question, ladies and gentlemen. See, you start, I was thinking you'd never ask. I was thinking about this on my neck earlier. Yeah, bro, let's hear it.
Okay. So real talk. I would want, you know, my future woman to be, you know, I would want her to be intellectual, of course. I would want her to put me on game as I would put her on game. You know, we level each other up.
That's real.
So if she's gonna be my future woman, my one, we gonna need to level up together. We're not gonna stop leveling up. There's no finish to this.
That's real.
You know? So I want her to be intellectual. She needs to want to be great, you know? But she needs to have her own independence to want to be great. You know, it's not on me, and I don't want her to be like great with me. I want us to be great together. You know, I want her to be great on her own and me to be great on my own. You know,
Partnership.
Yep. You know, and once that happens, we create a legacy. You know, so I definitely want her to be independent, be intellectual. I want her to be charismatic. I want her to be a social butterfly. Anything like.
Okay, what if she not cooking and cleaning? How you feel about that?
I mean, I could always get down in the kitchen, you know. And her being around my family, she definitely gonna learn how to cook. It's like you can't really come to Thanksgiving without bringing a dish.
Yeah,
so, and if your dish not good, it's gonna be hated on. Everybody know. So yeah, she gonna learn how to cook sooner or later.
Okay. So what about the aesthetics? The aesthetics, you know, how's the height, you know, is the shape, skinny, slim, thick, you feel me? Double size, you know, what's your preference on that? Long hair, short hair? Paint a picture for the people. Because here's the thing. There might be an intellectual woman out there right now that listens to this, and you might be able to describe her to the T. And she might just reach out to you one day, be like, you know what? I'll listen to your da-da-da-da-da. And
that'd be crazy. That was some crazy stuff. Okay. So, man, hair, that don't really matter to me. It's just all natural, you know? Anything natural to me. As long as you take care of your hair, we'll be cool. As long as you know how to rock hairstyles, have some style, we'll be cool.
That's facts.
You know, as far as the body, anything, it really don't matter, to be honest. Slim, thick, it don't matter. It really don't. If you the one and I really fuck with you heavy, it really not gonna matter.
That's real.
So
a spirit.
Yeah, it's just your vibes. If you vibing and I'm vibing with you, and you vibing with me, it's all good. Looks don't matter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I say he being so modest. He's so modest. Okay, that's what's up. Random. What was your the first girl you ever got with? What was that situation like? Dev.
You got me too. Oh.
Yo, that was a good one, nigga. I swear, I'm like, damn, you trying to go in on you right now. Damn. Shit. All right, bro. That was a good one, bro. See, that's why Jay is my co-host, man. That's why, bro. The energy, bro. It's
caught everybody off guard.
That was hella good. All right. Anyways, all right. We back, y'all. We back. But the type of how my first relationship. Honestly, so I only been in one relationship because I don't count none of my little flings or nothing like that. So I only been in first fling. How was that situation? My first fling. That's funny. I was I'm not gonna say the age. You feel me? Because you never know who's gonna watch this. But I was young. I was nervous. Thought I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought I did. And just acting a part, being too grown, just having fun, trying to act like you boyfriend and girlfriend, but you just call boyfriend and girlfriend because y'all hold hands and kiss and woo wop and that's it. Like we ain't paying bills together, we ain't doing this together, we ain't doing none of that together. But yeah, so my first fling was just having fun, experiencing the lustfulness. I'm gonna let y'all know today has been kind of a weird day for me today. You know why, y'all? Because I've been fumbling over my words and I haven't been able to talk. But I want to talk about something. My bro Jay broke it down to me in the car, right? It's because I'm thinking too far ahead. It's good. I be thinking about that future, but I'm thinking too far ahead. So I got to slow it down now and be in the now. So anyway, random. Let's switch it up. Yo, Miles, bro, if you could pick any superpower, what would it be? And if you had the superpower, what would your superhero name be and why?
Oh, okay. So if I were to pick a superpower, it would be stopping time. Because time is constantly moving. It's always moving. It's gonna move whether you hear it or not. So if you had
a hot one.
If you had the ability to stop it, you invincible. Ain't nobody touching you. Not even that, but like you here for a longer amount of time. So it's.
What's your super name though?
Oh no.
He thought we was gonna forget.
You gotta have a super name. That's the main point. We need to hear that. What's the super name? Come on now, we trying to make a new movie. What's up, Mo? What's up?
Dang. Oh no. That's hard. That's different. That's different.
We're gonna give Miles.
I'm real stuck.
We're gonna give Miles just a minute on that. In the meantime, random fun fact. My first job was actually at 7-Eleven. Now we don't have the Suja juice here. Suja is a much better drink than this. This is actually got filtered water, sugar, lemon juice from concentrate, and natural flavor. So it doesn't have too much crazy stuff in it. That's why I was actually cool with it. So 7-Eleven provided my first place of employment, gave me a lot of character, and I got a lot of funny stories. We might whip them out random. In the meantime, what's that superhero name?
Damn. I was thinking too. Whole time he was talking.
It sounds he need to use his superpower so he can stop time real quick and get
I
this.
do.
And get this
See,
one.
it'll be a perfect moment.
What about super stop?
Super stop?
That's corny though.
Nope, that's
That's
corny.
corny though. That's weak.
Mad corny.
Wait.
Come on, man. You gotta get saucy.
Come on, man.
Look,
man.
Come on, man.
Trying, man.
You a poet.
Man, I'm thinking. I really am.
You a poet, man. Time zone? What?
Nah.
Hey, well,
CST?
I'm really stuck.
Hey, while he thinking, we're gonna take a little, cause he ain't going nowhere, y'all. We're like, you're not
man.
going nowhere, bro. You
Man.
gonna finish. It's a. Hey, do you see the shirt? It's a marathon. It's a marathon. So what we gonna do? We gonna pause that, rewind that, modify that. You feel me? We're gonna pause that. We're gonna come back to that. So, bro, think about that. But we're gonna switch it up, bro. So another thing about my bro Miles. That man was a hooper. You feel me? He's out there hooping. He was out there, bruh. So, let me know, like, who's your favorite basketball player and what inspires you to play basketball, and do you want to continue playing basketball?
What? Who inspired me to? Oh, who's my favorite basketball player? That's what you asked me 1st. Okay. Dang, my favorite basketball player will have to be Derrick Rose. You know, just how his strength and his drive to get better, come back and make one of the best comebacks. You know,
That's true.
yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite players. But what inspired me to play basketball?
Like, what got you to play basketball?
I don't know. I feel like it was really, you know, Dad was into basketball, and I feel like he just put me in basketball. I don't really remember if I wanted to go into basketball. If I'm gonna be honest,
I feel that.
but I just know I just fell in love with the sport. I just fell in love with playing the sport and just everything about it. So yeah. And what was the last question?
So do you want to continue playing basketball?
Oh yeah, definitely. If I can't do it from Morehouse, then I'm gonna find a gym, find a court anywhere. I can't imagine myself stop playing basketball.
Okay. So like, okay, so what I'm asking you, do you see yourself doing basketball like as a profession? Like, would you want to, like, let's say you do hoop out Morehouse and you're hooping, would you go overseas or go NBA? I'm not saying limited. You can go NBA overseas. Like, do you see yourself doing that? You feel me? Because you're creating your reality, bro. I'm asking you, like, what do you like really?
Do I see myself doing that?
Do you have a passion? No.
I don't see myself doing that.
Okay.
Nah, I think college will be the last destination.
Okay.
It's just that last hump I want to get over, just to know I can do it. Just to know I got it in me, you know?
That's real.
So, yeah, that's definitely my last destination, but I don't ever want to stop playing. So,
okay. That's dope. All right, bro. Okay, so I have a question for you. So if you can't answer that superhero question,
all right.
I got another thing I'm going to ask you. This is something we've never done before, bro. This is about to be something seen by the world, bro.
By the world?
By the world, dog. So, do you have any poetry that you remember that you'd mind just saying over this microphone? It could be a quick, like, 8 bars, you feel me? Just like, would you mind blessing us with some of your poetry on here? It's okay to say no, but I just want to see, man, because I feel like, honestly, you're a very powerful poet, and I feel like, man, bro, you have a talent, dog. The way you work with words and the passion and the flow. I'm just like, man. So I want to see if you would display that to the world, man.
You know, I remember one poem, you know, but the ending's kind of iffy. You know, I'll remember if I get there. But other than that, I can spit mostly the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I bet. Yes. Okay. So look, the poem's called "Dear Little Black Boy." You know, I created it probably about the beginning of this year. Here we go. Dear little black boy, you don't know this yet, but the odds are stacked against you. And to keep it real, the number 18 might never see you, but if y'all do happen to meet, I want you to count it as a blessing, because blessings can be very see-through. But look, now you're legally grown. I suggest you don't hold that chrome, no matter if it's a phone or something you bought on your own, because if police catch you, they're aiming straight for your dome. Make sure your parents gonna buy you that tombstone. But look, it's not even your fault. Police sought the thought to shoot a nigga. Oh, ooh, damn. Hold on. It's not even your fault. Nah, damn, I thought I remembered it.
That's you're going. Hey.
Hold on. When I
thought that was part of it for a second.
Nah.
Me too.
it was. Dang. I was literally just spinning this the other day too. Can't believe I forgot. I have it's a voice message though. To be honest.
You might have to add that on the clip on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might.
Yeah, cause that shit was going in. It's all good, man. You still did though. I said like 8 bars. I think you did more than
Damn.
that.
Yeah.
Bars. It's all right. Just
It's good. I'm gonna remember it too.
Okay.
I know I am.
And-
I'm gonna come back.
Hey, it's not over. I'm saying
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm gonna
You
come back.
Oh, he said he gonna come back.
Watch. Nah, I'm
Okay.
gonna remember that.
Okay. All right, bro. So, you have like any dreams? Like, what's your dream inspirations right now, bro? Like, what do you feel like you know what you want to do? It's okay if you feel like you don't know what you want to do, but I just want to know. Like, do you feel like you know what you want to do? Do you have any idea?
Nah, really. I feel like I really don't know what I want to do. There's a lot of options, you know.
Do you feel any pressure that you don't know what you want to do?
Nope.
Can you speak on that? Because there's a lot of people who are not only your age, but people who are older. I'm 27. I'm going to be 28 in January. People who are anywhere between both of our ages who don't know what they want to do, but they feel like they're behind because they don't. So how are you comfortable with it, even though you just finished your first year of college, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you just finished your first year of college, a lot of people will say that you're supposed to know, why did you go to college for? We can imagine all that topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how are you comfortable with not knowing and being unbothered at the same time? Can you give someone some advice if they want to be like that?
I'm comfortable with not knowing because at this stage of my life, at being 19, you know, I'm still a freshman. I still got my whole college career, or not my whole college career, but at least another year to think about what I want to do, you know. And I feel like it's not stressful because I'm not comparing myself to anybody. It's just me. I'm working for me. You know, I'm gonna get there when I get there. If my peak is 40 or something, then I'm gonna get there sooner or later. It's gonna come. I know my time is gonna come.
Hold up. Say that again. If your what is what?
If my peak is 40 or something, I know I'm gonna get there. It's gonna happen.
He said if his peak at 40. Now, I know what you mean, but I'm a little bit insightful, brother. Can you break it down by what you mean by your peak?
Okay, my peak. You know, the time when you I don't want to say it's the peak, the top point of your life. I want to say of peak performance. You know, it's the time when you perform at your best of ability, not when you can learn everything you learn, but when you're putting everything to work, you know. And that peak might be income and money. It might be, you know, writing some poems. It might be whatever. It's gonna be your craft. So, you know, once you hit that peak on what you love to do, you know, that's just it's gonna make you feel better.
And you say your peak might be when?
Man, age 40, 50.
He said his
really
peak
don't
might be
matter.
40 or 50. It don't matter.
Man.
Bruh. And he has this mentality at 19. Bruh. Hey, people don't do that, bruh.
Yeah.
It's people 35 stressing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that they lost the ball, missed it already. It's like, bro, you got so much time still. You feel me? And you understand that. And, bro, that will right there, that understanding, bro, it's going to keep so much stress out of your life, which will allow you to really focus on building skill sets and relationships and things that'll create that peak sooner. You feel me? Your health will be better. Your mind is open to information different. It's because you got a whole lot of stress that's not there. You feel me? You're more in tune that way because you don't have that distraction, bro. That's big kudos, bro.
Yep, thank you.
That's deep, bro.
That's a good, hey, for real, bro. That's real talk right there. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, even though this is my little brother, it's still a podcast where you ask different questions. So these are questions that I don't ask him all the time. So I'm hearing shit that I'm surprised, bro. I'm like, damn, that's my little brother. You go, boy. You go.
That's what's up.
No, for real, bro. I'm really excited. So let me give a little backstory here about my little brother Miles. So when I was younger, right, my mom and dad are not together. Don't matter. That don't matter. That's my full brother. But so I would be asking my mom, like, "Yo, mom, I'm trying to like have a little brother." And she's like, "Oh, you better go ask your dad," because my dad was married to Angie. So I never asked her nothing. But next thing you know, hey, Angie had had Miles around the same time I wanted it. So hey, manifestation. Hey, nah, but all right, no. So on a serious note, bro. So one reason why I brought you up here, not just because you're my little brother, because you can be family and I not bring you up here. I brought you up here because I feel like you're insightful, you have a light, and I honestly feel like you don't know how powerful you are, bro. And I honestly feel like you're going to be a leader in this world because there's a lot of people, like you talked about, there's a lot of young people not thinking the way that you're thinking. Right, so if you're somebody that's shining like that, we need you because you need to shine on other people so they can shine too. You feel me? Because I feel like there's a lot of problems with this younger generation, even in my generation. But I feel like with this younger generation, especially right now, bro, because y'all are not connecting with each other because y'all stuck in the house, you're stuck in the room. So what that means, you're stuck in your mind. And some people don't love themselves. Some people don't have that self-love like you have, and that shit is killing them. That's why some people are doing suicide, going to the drugs, going to the alcohol, going to this, going to that, because they're not loving themselves. So but it's like, bro, I feel like you're somebody that's very like, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, bro, can you talk, what do you feel like is the problem right now with your generation, and what do you feel like is going to be the solution?
Damn. That's what you coming with, Dad? Okay. Put him on the spot. Put that brother on the spot with that one. How are you gonna solve the generational problem? It's on you, Miles. But no, real good question, no facts. Yeah, I have to make it a little easier for you, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think is part of the solution for your generation?
I want to say communication, but I feel like there's something else that I'm missing that's is bigger. I want to say communication, but I feel like there's something else that I'm missing that's bigger than that. You know, like yeah, it's easier to communicate, but that like especially right now, that face-to-face contact is missing. You know?
Okay, so I feel what you're saying because you feel like it's communication, right? But then a part of you is like, nah, it's not just communication. It's something deeper than that, right? So it's a thing I call it digging, you feel me? That's when we aware of the direction we need to dig in, right? But we got to start digging until we find that deep cause or really the point that you're trying to make, or you feel me? We get down to the root. So why do you feel like it's in the realm of communication?
Because like, especially right now in this pandemic, you know, communication isn't very common, and it's like, I feel like as kids, like especially elementary school, kids in elementary school, you know, junior high school, that face-to-face contact, that meeting every day, you know, having that best friend, it created something.
So is it fair to say that it's not necessarily the communication that's missing, but the connection?
Yeah.
Do you feel like people in your age group are just disconnected?
Yeah.
And they're also disconnected from each other. As in, we are all the same age group, but our age group isn't unified nor really connected with each other.
Yep.
And do you feel like that is a big problem? And is that why you said communication is part of the solution?
Yeah, I do. That's definitely
okay. Is that kind of what you was thinking, but wasn't really wording it like that?
It was
okay.
like, it was just, I was thinking of it, I just couldn't put the words to
okay.
Yep.
That's okay. That's why we you feel me speak. That's why I always encourage people to speak on those the like technically they're called fragments, right? It's a piece of, so those pieces of ideas that we have, it's important to speak on them because sometimes the people around you can just help piece it together. You feel me? And it's still your idea. All I did was just, okay, you really trying to say like this, boom. And then through that process, you get better at speaking out your own ideas. You feel me? So it's really a win-win.
Yeah.
But now that we on the same page that you're saying is the disconnection, how can your generation become more connected?
Man, it's like, it's hard for a generation to get connected, you know, if people it's hard for a generation to get connected if, you know, they're staying apart, you know? Like if there's no way for them to connect like on a level to where it's like actually meeting each other, you know? Like that, in separate rooms and all that. Like,
let me ask you this: when is the last time y'all spent time together? You and your brother Dub?
shit, like what? 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Y'all see each other on a weekly basis?
Nah.
Okay, y'all both said that at the same time. So before that, when was the last time y'all seen each other?
Like 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then what about before that? Another 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, actually been more consistent. Like,
It has.
It's been more consistent.
Yeah.
I just be popping up.
Okay, so is it fair to say every 2 or 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so within them 2 or 3 weeks, after them 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like when y'all pull up each other, please correct me if I'm wrong, y'all instantly right back
Oh yeah.
locked in.
All the time, even if it's like a long time. Yeah, it's like that.
So even though it's a long time, so now the reason why I'm pointing this out isn't to try to contradict what you were saying. You feel me? The reason why I'm pointing this out is to help you see that even if there are space and time, connection doesn't necessarily have to waver.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
I peeped that. Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like we damn near have to sit here and break down what keeps y'all connected even when there's not as much communication or as in-person communication. You feel me? Which isn't something we got to deep dive into, but it's definitely something to think about. That's facts.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was going to say is whenever I'm faced with, you know, let me backtrack. You open to some feedback on those thoughts you just? Yeah.
Of course.
So one thing I do when I got a problem, you feel me, and it seems like the solution is too big, right? I just like, okay, like what's your example? The generation is disconnected. They're not connected with each other or anything else. Everybody out here kind of just one-man army in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my generation, our generation is the same way. There's a lot of disconnection, you feel me? And one thing I'm like, okay, if all these people is disconnected, how can I connect them? It's like, hey, you can host this, you can host this, you can do this. It's all this shit that involves other people. So I said, well, what I can actually control is my actions and how I can demonstrate what it looks like to be connected on the level that I think we should be. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for example, if I see a brother, I just meet him, right? Or if we at the mall or something, somebody walking this way, the natural instinct between two blacks men is damn near mug each other. You feel me? Like that's like as kosher as it gets sometimes. Like sometimes we might do the what's up, but usually there's like this moment where it's like, is this nigga tripping? Is this nigga tripping? It's like, do I need to mug him? Okay, he cool. All right, I'll give him the head nod then. You feel me? I'm trying to break that, like, because it shouldn't be like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So like if he's geared or he got some fire kicks on, but hey, bro, kicks fire, bro. And it's like I'll say it, you feel me, with confidence and comfort. You feel me? Like, nah, yo, shit is clean. You feel me? Like I picked you coming with the Pumas.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, bro. Okay, he cool, bro. It's a chill. It's a intentional in that vibe. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'll do that and I'll demonstrate by example. I try to lead by example. Whatever it is I'm trying to change in the world, I'll try to do it with myself. So it's like I know a lot of people. Sometimes people don't tell you how much they appreciate you, or you don't get a chance to tell someone how much you appreciate them. And it's like sometimes years go by, you never get the opportunity. All kind of shit happens, right? So sometimes I do appreciation posts. Like whoever it is, I'll just shout them out, appreciate you, boom. You feel me? And what I want is people to be more verbal about how they share appreciation with others, but I can't make people do that. Mm-hmm. But I could just lead by example, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, man, right now, I'm really going to do a random right now. This is really like, are you ready for this? This is really like a random. I'm switching up the whole conversation right now. Like, we've been on some deep shit, but let's have some fun, bro. So, do you believe in aliens, bro?
Yeah.
Do you feel that people be getting abducted?
Probably.
What would you do if you got abducted?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what's happening. I'm gonna fight to stay.
Random. If y'all both aliens pull up on both of y'all, they say we need one. Which one of y'all going?
I'm gonna go.
We both going. You ain't going. You ain't going alone. Yeah, nah. We in this together. Nah.
You're leaving. I'm
Yeah.
going too.
You think I'm just let the spaceship fly off with you?
For real, I'm going
Like,
too. Hey, man.
nah, man.
Hey, we gotta have fun out here, man. But all right. Anyway, so I want to make sure I start doing this more during my podcast. So we already touched on this self-love. So what I want you to do, if you're watching this or even if you're hearing this, when you get to your house, go look in the mirror and hug yourself and love yourself. Because I might talk about this a lot, but it's really important. You need to self-love. You need to love yourself. So I just wanted to have a quick little segment about that because I'm going to keep preaching that. I'm going to keep preaching the same shit to y'all because they preach the same bullshit to y'all and the same negative shit to y'all. So why can't I keep preaching the same positive things to y'all? What? You got me messed up. Snap. All right. Well,
Random, Dev. I like what you're saying about self-love, but how do I do it?
You talking about the hug yourself?
No, I mean in general.
Oh, okay.
For someone who's heard that term, but they like, okay, what does that really mean though?
Self-love is example, like I said, self-love is stop being so hard on yourself. When you make a mistake, love yourself. Look at where you came from. Self-love is start really loving yourself. Start thinking about your happiness. Self-love is stop putting your job in front of yourself. Self-love is stop putting bullshit in front of your health. Self-love is stop putting that. Do you get the message? Stop putting so much shit in front of yourself. Start putting yourself first. That's self-love. When you start loving yourself, you're gonna start loving more. You're gonna start loving others way more. I had to slow down. I'm getting so passionate about this. Cause I feel like, man, it's something that a lot of people are not doing, bro. So it's very simple. We just make it complex. Put yourself first. It sounds selfish, but it's not selfish. Do you make sense? It's an oxymoron. I know. It's a mind fuck going on, but it's real shit. You got to be selfish to be selfless. It's deep. You got to look between the lines.
Yep.
Yeah. She said.
Can you run that back? I don't know if they got that one, bro.
I said you gotta be selfish so you can be selfless. That's deep.
Hey, bro, I know we've been on some deep shit, so I'm gonna let you randomize it. You feel me? But I gotta bust this down. He said you gotta be selfish to be selfless. Just like my pop said, you can't take care of nobody if you can't take care of yourself. You feel me? So if I don't focus on myself, i.e. selfish, and get my weight up, my bag up, my comfort up, my network up, I can't come in and plug my family with jobs, with houses, with resources, with healthcare, with all these different things that they need. If I didn't get them, go out and create the bridge myself. So yeah, that's why when you said that, bro, I'm taking that with me. That's yeah.
That's a gem. That's a gem.
Random. Y'all ever seen Rugrats?
Hell yeah.
What Rugrat are you most like, Miles?
Damn, I don't even remember Rugrats.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. What Rugrats you most like?
I gotta say, Tommy. That's my nigga. And I picked Tommy because he's adventurous. He thinks out of the box. He has a different perspective, and he's aware of a lot of his surroundings, and he peeps shit. And he's a leader. I'm a leader. Hey, let's go. But okay. Random. All right, Jay. So I feel like you have light, and I feel like our generation has problems going on. So I know you said the connection when I asked Miles, but what do you feel like is a problem in our generation, and what do you feel like is going to be what's a solution, or what's a part of a solution?
I'm gonna need a quick second for that one.
Okay, I had to switch it up and ask you a question. So, all right, we're going to switch it up. Hey, Miles, is there anything you want to talk about? It's a random conversation. Is there any question you want to ask? Is there anything you want to say? Let him while he ponder on his thoughts.
Okay. Shoot. Hold up. Oh, go ahead.
I'll be ready. But after this, we're going to let you get control of the show, let you have fun. You can ask us questions, have fun, man.
Yeah, bet.
All right, yo. So number one problem, or a big problem in our generation, I would say is, now I believe Martin Luther King came up with this, so someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say analysis paralysis, right? What that means is you think about something so much, and you think about it that you end up doing nothing. You feel me? And what I notice a lot of people in our age group is it seems like there's like a mental block. And it seems like it comes up right when the solution to your problems is like that close to get, but for some reason you just decide to stick in your old ways. And it's like sometimes that might be, not eating that second meal from Church's Chicken. I don't even know if it's Church's out here. Maybe it's Popeye. Maybe you shouldn't eat seconds from Popeyes because you're trying to work on your weight. Maybe it's, you don't want to put that last job application in because you put in one already and you just don't really feel like doing it. You're so used to being comfortable that you don't want to get outside of your comfort zone. Now, what that means to me is I very well could be wrong. Anybody feel free to correct me. But for someone who's used to being in their comfort zone and doesn't like being uncomfortable, even though they want the benefits of the growth that's outside of the comfort zone, the reason why they don't want to be in their uncomfortable zone is because of fear. There's a fear there because things that we're uncertain of, sometimes it gives us the feeling of being afraid. You feel me? That's why racism is so strong, because they really just don't understand how similar all people really are. I believe it stemmed from fear, and then that just got transmutated into everything we're dealing with. But that's besides the point. For our generation, I feel like people are stuck in their comfort zone. And for some reason, even though they know if they're thirsty, they know that lemonade is right there on the other side of their comfort zone. And they won't extend a hand to someone who can pull them over. They won't just reach and grab it. It's just, you're just stuck in this cycle of being comfortable. And it's like, I start working on it, and I say, fuck it. And then I'm cool with the fuck it. So it's like, I don't know where that comes from. It's something I've been dealing with because I'm a very resourceful person, and I have a lot of answers for a lot of people. And the only thing I got was, someone told me, they say, sometimes it's intimidating and please don't let this come out both one. We really need to get back to Miles, you feel me? But I'll wrap up this one. They said, it's intimidating being around you because you're always on point with your word. And I feel like if I don't keep my word, I feel some type of way being around you. And I'm like, man, it made me feel so bad because I'm like, damn, crazy, right? But I felt what she was saying, though. I felt her, though. You feel me?
No, I get it. We kind of touched that base on the phone conversation. We were talking about this shit. It's kind of same shit.
Same thing. And I feel where she's coming from, right? But it bothered me because I'm like, that's the whole point I'm trying to be around, because I know that you got all these skill sets that you're working on, and I've worked on it myself. I can walk you through it. You feel me? And it's just like the wall goes up, people get defensive, and they like head under the covers. They just, you feel me? They go back into that cycle of being comfortable or finding their comfort zone, even though they know it's not good for them, even though they know time is going by, even though they know they got a calling on their life. They know they got big dreams. They know that people around them need help. They're seeing their family members start getting sicker and sicker. All these things are happening, but for some reason, we're just still stuck. It's easier for me to pick out on this phone and scroll to social media and forget my own problems because I'm laughing at memes instead of using the same damn phone to call somebody that can help me. You feel me? And it's like, I don't know the answer to that one. That's why, and one way I've been working on it, like I said, lead by example, is I'm transparent with my problems. You feel me? Just like I told you, I got a problem putting shit back. And it's like, I'll lay that all on the table. Whatever my problem is, I try to speak on it because I'm trying to show people indirectly that you can speak on your own problems and not look wimpy. You feel me? It's like, I'm 100% confident in my masculinity and who I am. I'm not the strongest person in the world. I will protect myself and my family. We ain't got to say all that. But it's like, when I do speak on problems or things I'm working on, it doesn't come from like a weak place. Nobody around me feels like, man, this dude is just, It's like, damn, this brother was that honest? Like, that's the energy that I feel most of the time. It's like, damn, you got the guts to be that real? And it's like, indirectly, I'm like, yes, I do. You do too. You feel me? So don't let your problem stop you from communicating. Don't got to be with me, but just take that and apply it off in your world. You feel me? So that would be me.
Man, and he just touched on a lot of good shit. And one thing I would say that I want to say to y'all, man. Man, I'm trying to talk to you guys, man. No, on a serious note, man, everything he's saying is real. But shout out to my bro John, who was here. He was one of my first guests on this podcast conversation. And one thing he says, like people to the people that want to change, it's like, yo, Devin, I hear y'all. I hear y'all, Dev. I hear y'all, Jay. I hear your little brother. But how do I make that step? How do I make that first step? Easy, make that first step. You, like John said, you always have at least 5 minutes in a day, right? You always have 5 minutes in a day. So when you feel like you want to do something, do that shit for 5 minutes. It don't matter. Do that shit for 5 minutes. I bet you it's gonna keep. It's gonna be the compound effect. It's gonna keep. We gotta start making these steps. But you got even it's a little baby step. If it's not 5 minutes, 2 minutes. That 2 minutes, it could be 30 seconds. You gotta start somewhere though. That's the problem. Like he's saying with the problem with our generation, these niggas don't know how to just start. My fault for saying nigga, but I just get passionate about it. But you just gotta start though. It's that simple. Like, yo, this stuff that's happening to me right now is because I'm making them steps. First, I wrote it in. First, I visualized it. Second, I wrote it down in my notebook. Third, I started believing it. And fourth, I started being aware and seeing opportunities. And then 5, all shit starting to come together. And now, and then I'm on the 6th step, and I'll let y'all know when I get to that other shit. But I'm letting you know this everything's aligning, it's coming together. So we have to start making these steps, man. Woo, let's go. So, random. All right, my brother Miles, do you like to read?
I didn't. You know, I'm starting to get more into it now. So, it's starting to come together.
That's good.
Yeah.
Random. I heard that if you ever wanted to hide a secret from a black person, put it in a book.
That's real, bro. That's real. All right, bro. So, before we end this show, so I know you did your poem, right?
Yeah.
So I know you did like 8. I heard like at least 8 bars. So can you break down them 8 bars you were talking about? 'Cause I feel like what you were talking about in that poem is kind of things that we start talking about right now. You feel me? Unity. You feel me? I heard you talk about the chrome. You feel me? It's like I want you to break down that poem right now. You don't got to break it down. Break it down to the parts that you remember. You know, just break down some parts if you don't mind. You know.
No, yeah. Okay, so when I first started off, it was Dear Little Black Boy. You know, it was like I was writing a letter to myself. So that's how I first started off the poem. And it said, Dear little black boy, you don't know this yet, but the odds are stacked against you, which they are. Odds are stacked against black people all the time, you know? And to keep it real, the number 18 might never see you. You know how many black kids don't get to see the age 18, you know? It's a blessing to get to see 18. Every year is a blessing.
That's real.
You know? You don't know this yet. I stacked against you, to keep it real. The number 18 might never see you. But if y'all do happen to meet, I want you to count it as a blessing, because blessings can be see-through, you know? People don't recognize that making it to 18 is a blessing, you know?
That's real.
And, you know, when you're on your own, no matter if it's a phone or something you bought on your own, you know? Like, that was some imagery just to give, you know, like, you always in danger. The odds will always be stacked against you with the police, you know? Like, even if it's a phone, they could kill you for just having a phone, you know? Literally, it happened. You know, they could kill you for having one on you. It being legal. It's licensed. You licensed to carry, they could still kill you.
That's
you know?
real.
So it was basically just recognizing everything that happened. And as I would have went on, it would have went on to talk about police brutality and such. But, yeah.
Dude.
How do you find, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like some people see poetry as not something men do. You feel me? But one thing that struck me when you mentioned you did poetry, you feel me? There was no nothing there. You feel me? It's like, yeah, I do poetry, bro. You feel me? I do this, I do that. I hoop, we go to Morehouse. Like, it was no tail tuck there. You feel me? Which I admire, and I think people should be more embracing of their true gifts and true talents, regardless if it's poetry, whether you were a male ballerina. I know they get cheese too. Maybe you're an opera singer. You feel me? But can you talk to someone out there who might be a poet, but they're not as comfortable talking about it?
Man, I just want y'all to know, if you love to write poetry and, you know, you want to share it, like, just don't be afraid. You never know what people could think. And it's really, you might be underestimating yourself with your words and your lines in your poem. When really it might be some of the best thing people ever heard. You know, you just got to get it out there for just one time, you know, somebody close. Because sometimes poetry is deep, you know. It came from your heart. It's something from really deep within. You just got to find someone who you trust and just lay it on them, you know. Just get it out there.
That's real. So I'm gonna do a little fun fact before we wrap up the show. So fun fact, Miles Drew, his middle name is Langston. Langston Hughes is a poet, and his mom, Angie, hey mom, she named him Langston because that's one of her favorite poets. And Angie is raw as shit at poetry. She is very talented. You know, I feel like you really didn't touch on that. You know, like your mom is raw. Nah, like let's talk about your mom. Let's put some light on her. You know, Pops is the man too, but we're gonna put some Pops on the moms right now. Put the light on your moms right now, man.
Okay, so my mom, man, at this poetry, she's different. You know, she'll lace you about the whole the private prison in industrial complex, everything, the private, all of that. She'll lace you with that in one poem. She'll lace you about how, you know, black women are stereotyped as being the angry black woman when really they're just being them. You know, like they can't get mad in the workplace. She'll lace you about all that in one poem. She'll leave it on you, and she'll flow with it like it ain't nothing. She'll, man, lace you with knowledge and just sauce it up at the same time. It's like, man, it's so smooth. It's like Kyrie going for a layup. You know, it's just, it's different. Yeah,
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey, so before we wrap this up, bro, I got a question for you. So random. So if you could talk to anybody dead, it can be celebrity or somebody that in your family, anybody random, right? And you can have a conversation. What would the conversation would be and why? Like it can be a question. You feel me? You only can ask like one question or have one conversation. What would that conversation be? And what's the reason why? And who's the person?
I want to say I would want to talk to Kobe. Not just because his skills athletically or on the NBA basketball court, just because his work ethic was different. You know, he worked harder than anybody, and I just want to talk to him about. I don't have a question because it would have to be the perfect question. I have to think about it, but just talking with Kobe and his work ethic and how he got through everything, and you know, just nothing mattered. He didn't care. It was just his success.
What's the reason why you want to talk about that?
I feel like it's hard to be not a hustler. Like you can hustle in this world, but it's hard to be driven for long periods of time. You know, like you see, huh?
What you speaking on is dedication.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Dedication, and it's hard for that to be because there's so many. Like if you on social media, you seeing other people's lifestyles every day. You know, and it makes you think like, oh, since they got this, you know, I got this, you know? So it's like just being able to be dedicated and staying true to yourself, knowing that you got the ability to stay true, which is what he did. He had the ability to be great, and he do that from all along. And so just staying positive and staying dedicated through the whole time, that's something I would want to learn, you know?
A lot of people are driven. We don't realize it though, right? The alcoholic person on the corner, they driven to get a bottle. That person who smoke and sit in bed all day, you're driven. You just driven to smoke and be lazy. So everybody has a drive, and if you don't know what drives you, just pay attention to what you do 5 out of 7 days of the week. So dedication is changing that, being intentional with it, choosing something, and making yourself do it even when you don't want to. That's when you turn into that Kobe, you get on that Kobe level. So yeah, great point, brother.
Great point. And before we wrap up this show, I gotta talk to the viewers. Do you hear everything we talking about today? Did you hear my little brother? Did you hear Jay? Did you hear me? No, the question is, do you hear yourself? Because your soul is trying to talk to you. Take some time away from that phone. Take some time away from that TV. Take your ass in nature. If you can't get to know nature, take your ass in your room. Just sit silent for a little bit. I promise you. Or take some time, go in that mirror. Get to some silence. Get to know yourself. Self-love. You know, that's how you gonna start. That's how we gonna really start solving the problem. You saw the problem is you. Look at that. Like my brother John said, you see this finger? This point, I'm pointing this to you. You're the problem. You see? And then when I point, I'm the problem. You feel me? You gotta focus on yourself, then you can help others out, you know? Like my brother, like I said, you have to be selfish so you can become selfless. Man, that's it. But bro, do you want to say anything to the viewers? You want to say something?
Honestly,
man?
I feel like I need to get that poem another try.
Okay, let's go. Hey!
All right, so look, I'm gonna do better just.
All right, let's go.
Look, dear little black boy, you don't know this yet, but the odds are stacked against you. And to keep it real, the number 18 might never see you. But if you do happen to meet, I want you to count it as a blessing, because blessings can be very see-through. But look, now you're legally grown. I suggest you don't hold that chrome, no matter if it's a phone or something you bought on your own, because if police catch you, they aim it straight for your dome. Make sure your parents gonna buy you that tombstone. But look, it's not even your fault. They been aiming at you before you were even a thought. Before you were taught to walk, they sought the thought to shoot any nigga that was black by default. But remember, King, it's still not your fault. See, I remember a time way back when, before the cotton gin began, when we was 3/5 of them. It happened time and time again, when we were separated from our next of kin and they pretend like nothing ever happened. But yet their bullets, they infringe, not knowing who they in, and they thought to overlap and they thinking it's for revenge. Well, really, it's to extend a limb to the predecessors, grab hold, bring back the past, now they are our oppressors. Wait, I said grab hold, bring back the past, now they are our oppressors. Let me tell you something you don't learn from a professor, see? Slave Patrol had a key role. Its sole goal was to police black bodies often slowed by a bullet hole. And sometimes they were brought back to captivity, where they would violently display their bigotry. See, this imagery is not meant for me, but hold on while I display my sympathy. Ah, man, it's the part where it gets fuzzy. Hold on while I display my sympathy.
Money ended on that, man.
Yeah.
Ended on that. Shit was cold, boy.
There's still more. Damn, it's good. It's okay.
Yeah, it's good. You ended that, bro.
It's
That was
okay.
fire, bro.
Where can they find you at?
Yeah.
Man, my Instagram is millie.3k. It's MILLY.3k. You know, I'm about to start posting my poems on there, so look me up in a little bit.
All right. And hey, this was another random conversation with your boy 3D Dev and my bro Jay A and my guest, my little bro fam. So y'all already know my slogan. I love you, but you need to love yourself. And what I keep saying, it's all about growth. So stay evolving, fam.
Yep.
Yee.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.